So when they're thinking about cups, you can kind of break stuff down. If I look at this box, and I'm going to assume that this over here is 1 cup. This over here is just a little area for me to write the text, but I just want you to guys envision these 16 squares, or 4 by 4 equals 1 cup. Now if I go straight across here, and I'm talking about this bar of a cup, how much is that of a cup? That's going to be 1/4 of a cup. And this much of a cup is also going to be 1/4 cup, and so forth. So as a quick reminder on how we make a whole cup out of fourths, if I add 1/4 plus 1/4, this amount here would be the equivalent to 1/2 a cup. And if I add another 1/4 cup, this amount here would be the equivalent to 3/4 of a cup. And then finally, when I have all 16 squares, that would be 1 cup. So I'm just going to put this here just for reference. This is tallied down, 3/4 of a cup, and then 1 cup. All right, so what's a cup made out of is tablespoons and teaspoons. So if you know how many tablespoons are in a 1/4 cup and how many teaspoons are in a tablespoon, you can kind of figure this out pretty easily. What I'll have you guys do is, in your squares, I would like you to draw a capital T in every square. Now this capital T is going to be representative of a tablespoon. There we go. Capital T, 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 capital T. So if we count all these capital T's up, how many capital T's are in 1 cup? The answer is going to be 16 tablespoons. Now, if you guys remember how many teaspoons are in a tablespoon, that number is 3. An easy way to reference this for those of you guys who are not mathy is to write 3 little t's in each box as well. So I'm just going to write 3 little t's. And then what I want you guys to do is, in your box, write the 3 little t's. Okay, so I have 16 tablespoons in 1 cup, and if I multiply 16 times 3 little t's, this is also going to be the equivalent to 48 teaspoons. So 1 cup equals 16 tablespoons equals 48 teaspoons. Why is this useful? Well, sometimes if you're trying to think about, I need 1/2 of a 1/4 cup, so I need 1/2 of 1/4 cup. I'm going to get the answer, and that answer is going to be 1/8 of a cup. Well, that's great. This is excellent math, 1/8 of a cup, but we do not have that measuring cup available to us because we just don't use that method here. So instead of using 1/8 of a cup, we can look to our t-square, and we know we need 1/4 of a cup. If I say we need 1/2 of a cup, how many tablespoons is 1/2 a cup? Well, that's going to be the equivalent of 2 tablespoons. Let's try that again. Well, let's say I need 3/4 of a cup, and I need 1/2 of 3/4 of a cup. Our easy measure math is going to make it 3/8 of a cup. Okay, so this is good math, but we cannot measure 1/8 of a cup because we don't have that measurement available. If I know every 1/8 of a cup is 2 tablespoons, how come 1/8 of a cup is 1/2 of a 1/4? I can go 1/8, 2/8, oops, undo. I can go 1/8, 2/8, and then 1/8, 2/8, and then I add this over here, that would be 3/8. So 1, 2, 3/8. And that's going to give me 6 tablespoons. So this measure is kind of like an easier way to figure stuff out. Okay, I'm going to do one more and throw you for a loop. I have 1/4 of a cup, and I need to convert that recipe. I only need 1/4 of a fourth. 1/4 of 1/4. That's going to give me 1/16 of a cup. Okay, good math, hard to measure. How many tablespoons are in this whole thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 16 tablespoons? So if I say 1/16 of a cup, I'm really only talking about 1 tablespoon of whatever it is I'm measuring. So this t-square can be used to kind of figure stuff out, especially when you're doing the math that is not in cups that we don't have.